practice without Aiden and David and even Josh Ross? How different is it this season, this spring?
Those guys had a big impact on our football team, but we have a lot of people who are going to come back and fill in their roles. So practice is going.
How imperative is it for you to really establish yourself this year, being your 5th year and all of that?
Can you say that again?
How imperative is it for you to establish yourself this year?
Oh, it's mandatory. I'm really excited for the opportunity I'm going to have, and I'm excited to show everybody what I can do.
What is it that you think that people haven't seen from you that you want to put on display?
That I'm one of the best football players in the country.
What makes you say that? What have you seen from yourself that makes you say that?
I have all the intangibles to be one of the most versatile players in the country. I can pass rush for a 3-tech. I can play interior. I can play the edge. I can drop into coverage. I can cover tight ends. I can cover running backs. I can do it all.
We're always talking about the losses of Aiden and David, but with guys like you and Mike and what you have, does that resonate with you? Like the idea that okay, that's everyone's talking about the departures, but we're still here.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, we're still here. Credit to those guys for when they had their opportunity, they went off with it and they did a lot for our football team. But they're gone. They're not here in the program anymore. And we have a lot of good football players, and that's how it's always been at the University of Michigan. It's always been the next man up, and all the players that are that have been waiting for their time, they're ready.
Do you see much of a difference in Minter coaching? Working under McDonald last year.
They have different personalities, but they're both really cool guys. I'm really happy with Zinner and how he came in here and presented himself. So they're both similar though.
Is he adding his own touch to the
Mm-hmm.
defense?
Yeah, definitely a little bit of his own touch.
Anything you can share?
I don't think so.
What's it like personally?
He's a really calm dude, really collected dude. He's nice. I really like his demeanor. It's just like calm when I'm around him, or when we're on the field. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of hectic stuff going on. He's really under control. So
Similar to McDonald.
Definitely.
What's the biggest thing that you feel like you've learned from Mike Elston so far?
Biggest thing I learned from Matt Elston, just fixing up my technique. Fixing up my craft. He's really big on the details, so that's something that you always want to keep working on, and that's something we are working on. Just the little things and putting all the pieces together.
What's the biggest difference between him and Sean Nua?
Sean Nua was a really big energy guy, and there's a lot of benefits with that. And Coach Elston's more of I would say a technician. He's not I wouldn't say as much the same type of energy, but it's more, technical with him.
Are there things you can take away from Aiden and David and some of the guys that left that kind of put you torture you?
Definitely. Those guys were elite when they were here, and we still have film on them. I still talk to them, so definitely can learn a lot from them. Especially if I'm going to be stepping into one of the roles, they have a lot of advice to offer and stuff like that.
Do you see yourselves using different, tactics from a pass rush standpoint this year? Maybe incorporate more of the tackles and with Mozzie, or do you see a lot of the same things?
I can't speak for everyone, but I can definitely see Mozzie Smith getting incorporated into the pass rush this year. He's really coming along. He's he's a fast, strong, powerful guy. So why wouldn't you want to have him on the field?
Mozzie aside, who's impressed you the most as far as, or who's made the biggest jump from last year till now on the interior of the line that you've seen?
Interior on the line, who's made the biggest jump? I like how Rashawn Benny's coming along. he's really coming into himself as a football player. I would say that as far as the interiors. Oh, and then Chris Jenkins as well. Chris Jenkins is a mutant, as he would say as he would say for himself. But no, he's a freak. You're going to hear him a lot this year as well.
Because it's the same foundation,